folks, Homer Ibarra here, again at the South Hall. I am at the Ubisoft booth. Right behind me is the Ubisoft stage show, and it looks like we got some frag dolls on stage playing some Just Dance 3. Not too sure. Sounds like a Black Eyed Peas. This is Black Eyed Peas? Yeah, it's a Black Eyed Peas. We got some Assassin's Creed Revelations over here, obviously one of the biggest titles of the show. The latest addition in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Big queue lined up to play the game. Definitely check our coverage of E3. Yeah, what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good.
What game are you showing off today, man?
Everything.
You're everything. You're everything and everywhere.
Yep. Check out Rocksmith, guys.
All right, yeah, definitely. So is it here at the booth, or is it that
The bus. Go out to the bus and check it out.
All right, we'll definitely check it out. Scott, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Have a good show. The rest of the booth, we got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier, obviously another hotly anticipated title. I'm way into the whole gunsmith mode just because, you know, I like guns. And who doesn't want to modify guns, especially in a video game? But, yeah, a lot of folks queued up to check this out. Looks like they got some multiplayer action inside there for Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Yep, we'll take a little more in-depth with that later. More Future Soldier here. We got Driver San Francisco, the next iteration of this game in the Driver franchise. Let's see how accurate, you know, being from San Francisco or being from the Bay Area, you know, we'll see how they show off San Francisco. That looks like they're at Civic Center right there, and this looks like a multiplayer match actually. So yeah, pretty accurate. Pretty accurate depiction. Oh, smashing into some fools. Although, yeah, looks like this is mainly Civic Center that they're driving through. There's the Opera House right there. And there is City Hall. No gold on it, though. That's kind of an important feature of City Hall. All right, so let's move on here. Oh, look at this ride, dude. That's pretty sick. Little Challenger. Obviously a replica car, or the car that you will be driving in the game. That thing is sick. All right, so that's Driver San Francisco. And as we weave our way through the crowd, we got Trackmania over here, Trackmania Canyon. I know a lot of folks who are into that series are pretty excited to hear about that game. Some more Just Dance 3 for you. And then looks like we got the Ghost Recon Online free-to-play game here. Let's just dip on in here real quick. Let's check it out.
Right here, open.
So we got the free-to-play Ghost Recon game. How's it going? Homer with Gamespot. How you doing?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you for coming by.
Of course. What can you tell us about the free-to-play Ghost Recon Online?
So this is a kick-ass game. It's
Looks
very,
pretty sweet.
it's really setting up the bar really high for free-to-play games.
Yeah.
Perception is that, you know, some of the free-to-play games are a bit lower. We want to change that perception. We want to come out strong. We want to have something also that really differentiates from traditional shooters. It's not about run and gun. It's about shooting, but it's about also thinking and playing as a team. So that makes the pace a bit slower. That makes a lot of variety where you customize your play style, you customize how you want to, you know, participate, and you're going to level up. You're going to be involved for quite a long time with the experience. There'll be tons of game modes. We're going to keep the game fresh, month after month, years. And that makes a big difference.
Cool. So, you know, fans of the Ghost Recon franchise, obviously, there's a lot of depth to that game. And free-to-play games, like you said, kind of have this reputation of kind of being a little shallow and whatnot. But this game looks spectacular. And on top of that, it looks like there's a lot of elements, a lot of depth for players to explore. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the first idea that we had was to really come back to PC, focus on the PC platform. Those are the roots of the Ghost Recon franchise. And the community really always wanted to stay close to, you know, the control system and make sure everything we do, like the verticality of the maps, the size of the maps, is for PC gamers. So that's what we focused on. From there, we also built game modes that are not about, you know, just killing and team deathmatch. Each mode, and the mode you see here is Domination, is about capturing points. It has tactical elements. You have to move as a team. There are different paths to go to the points. And each team, based on the classes, has abilities. And the way you're going to combine the timing of these abilities is really going to make a difference to see if you can win or lose. The reason is that the abilities have a cooldown system, a bit like in MMOs. So you can't overuse them, and you really have to time and coordinate your movements.
Cool. So let's talk about what folks are involved in here. How many players per team, and how many teams are on this map right now?
So this setup is a E3 special setup. To simplify, it's a 4 versus 4.
Okay.
But a real game will be 8 versus 8. Okay. So it gives more depth and more variety. We thought 8 players is the right number to maintain a constant pace inside the map, but allow some moments where if you kill 4 or 5 guys, then you really have time to progress before they respawn, and then that makes a difference.
Very cool. So this is one map. How many maps are going to be available when the game releases?
So our first closed beta will have 2 maps with 2 different game modes. We want to gather tons of community feedback. We're already preparing at least 4 more maps to come. But before we finalize them, we want to get tons of feedback, gameplay measures to understand how they are balanced. The game mode I just described, for example, is extremely fun if it's balanced right and timed right. On top of that, you can customize your characters, and we want to make sure that the customization never unbalances the gameplay.
Gotcha.
So it's a long exercise to try to figure out, respecting the depth, respecting the players, especially free players that will never pay, and these players will have access to the full game. So we never want to unbalance the gameplay with someone paying that would suddenly become more powerful. That's our philosophy.
Gotcha. All right, so obviously a lot more information to talk about, but one last question I have is, when is the game going to be available for folks to play?
So in the US and in Europe, the closed beta is going to be this summer, summer 2011. And from there, hopefully open beta and more release of tons of content before the end of 2011.
Alrighty, so look out for Ghost Recon Online, free to play, before the end of 2011. More from the Ubisoft booth and the South Hall as our coverage of E3 2011 continues.